Hey everybody, I wanted to bring you a look at the Aqua from UVO Systems. This is not going to be the detailed build video. That video is going to be on my YouTube page because it's a little bit long and you are probably going to be watching this video via the Vape Team episode on VP Live. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at exactly what the Aqua consists of. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Aqua here. As you can see by looking at the box, it has a nice presentation case. You open it up, you'll be presented with the atomizer and tank, as well as a bag of spare parts. There are quite a few little O-rings in here, replacement O-rings, as well as the contact post for using it in hybrid mode, and a second drip tip with a slightly different style. Alright, so I'm going to be covering the build tutorial for the Aqua in a separate video, but I do want to give you a closer look at the parts that make it up. So first off, you'll notice we have a nice drip tip here. These drip tips do seem to be a little oversized. They provide a nice tight fit and they allow you to work the juice control on the Aqua. The Aqua also has separate air control, which is controlled via this tank section. Basically, you turn it to open it up, and that exposes several air holes on the side of the tank. You can see those air holes there. There's two of them. This is the 510 adapter. Basically, the Aqua can be run in either 510 or in hybrid mode. There is a separate pin inside the bag for using with 510. Currently I have the hybrid pin installed because I did want to show you what it looks like on a hybrid device. So I have here the Origin mod from UVO Systems, and in hybrid mode you just screw it directly onto the threads of the Origin. Makes for a nice compact little package. This is the Origin in 18490 with the Aqua on it. So let's go ahead and take the Aqua apart. So first off, we have this top section here. This is a retaining ring for the actual chimney or vapor chamber. And as you can see, there's an O-ring there that retains it in place. I just had this filled, so there's a little bit of juice on it. But that is your atomizer cone / chimney, as well as the drip tip. There's not a lot of space to work with in there. So you do have to be careful how you build your coils, and that's why we have a separate video for that. This is the tank section. Stainless steel. Now here we have the deck section. As you can see, we have 4 channels. Basically, you want to run a wick into each channel, but not to where it's obscuring the bottom of the channel where the threads change here, just so it sits in that little groove. We also have 2 air holes, so it's important to make sure your coils are lined up horizontally with those air holes so that the air is drawn over them evenly. As you can see, we have our positive and negative posts. They have small screws threaded. I would have preferred to see, especially in a dual coil atomizer, some sort of hole through the terminals to ease in setting up dual coils. It's a little bit finicky to set up. Once you get it set up, it's a great atomizer though. So we will look at that in the second video. As you can see here is that telescopic hybrid connector that lets you use it on different devices in hybrid mode. Your airflow holes are right there as well. So your air gets pulled in through the side, through those exposed holes, and you can tighten your draw using the tank and then directed through these air holes on the deck. That's pretty much it. So let's go to my impressions. Okay, so some takeaway impressions from the UVO Systems Aqua. It's got nice flavorful vape. Definitely capable of producing some large clouds with the airflow control opened all the way. The caveat here is that you do have to pay particular attention to how you build this. It's not particularly forgiving because that atomization chamber is so tiny. You do have to make sure your coils are very neatly tied down very close to the terminals so that your top cap does not come in contact with them. I don't believe people have been giving the Aqua a fair shake. There's a lot of criticisms out there saying that it's garbage. I don't think that's true. It's very warm. It's very flavorful. If there were any digs against it, the first one would be that there are no holes within the terminals for your wires. So you actually have to wrap your wires underneath the screws on top of the terminals, and that makes for a little bit of a tricky rebuild. The second thing would be that the capacity is not where the K-Fun is. So your K-Fun holds, what, 3.5 mils of juice. This holds 2. Plus, it's feeding 2 coils, so you are going to find yourself filling more frequently. That being said, it's a very capable vape, and I would put vapor slightly above the K-Fun in comparison, and flavor about on par, honestly, and I think that's due to the reduced chamber design. So let's take a couple vapes here. So my airflow control is all the way open for this video. My juice control is open a quarter turn. I have had absolutely no dry hits and no issues with leaking. You do have to pay particular attention to how you fill this, and you have to make sure that juice and air control are closed off when you're filling it. And then after you've filled it, you have to invert it. Take it off your device, invert it, and slowly open the air control up so that you're releasing the negative pressure within the filled tank. So is this a K-Fun killer? I don't believe so, and that is due solely to the fact that it is a little bit of a tricky rebuild. But go ahead and watch the tutorial. If you're thinking about buying one, I just want you to know what you're in for as far as setup goes. But if you think you're able to do that and set up those coils closely, this is a great device. So for me, this is one that I'll be keeping. Thanks for watching.